easy a mouthful as he thought.
So he was,
the general said. His face still held that angry bear look, but there was now a hint of something that an incurably optimistic observer might interpret as grudge and respect.
Earthguard Field General Josiah Leland Kinnaman, the new director of the Alien Portal Agency. You were about to offer me some excuses?
No excuses necessary, I said. So, the Icarus Group had become the Alien Portal Agency? That wasn't good. I'd never yet met anything that called itself an agency, bureau, or department that wasn't peppered with incompetence, laziness, bad communication, and worst of all, internal politics. Suddenly, all my past headbutting with Admiral Graham Barker over various issues didn't look so bad. Reason 1. We gained previously unknown information about Path Society and the relationship between their public leadership and the more shadowy power of their established families.
Information that is completely useless,
Kinnaman interjected. With all due respect, I would suggest that all information eventually proves useful, I said. Reason 2. We've now added a bit more strength to our unofficial relationship with Subdirector Nask and Expediter Hugin.
A relationship you've never been authorized to make,
Kinnaman growled. Boots on the ground, I believe is the proper phrase, I said. I thought soldiers were trained to watch for unexpected opportunities.
You really think the Path will feel more kindly toward you because of this?
He demanded, apparently deciding that my lack of military experience made my soldier comment way too easy a target. You mean the Path in general? I asked. Probably not. But if you mean Subdirector Nask and Hugin, probably so. If for no other reason than they see me as someone who can help them get what they want.
Which is exactly what you're not supposed to be doing.
I have no problem helping Nask if we also gain in the process, I said.
You'll forgive me if I don't think some vague philosophical mewings are worth giving them a portal,
Kinnaman bit out.
Especially a portal that should have been ours.
Which conveniently brings me to reason 3, I said. Because of your decision to pull our backup, Selene and I didn't have a snowball's choice in the matter. Nask had Hugin in a swarm of Path NEI-cams. Selene and I had no one.
And whose fault is that?
Kinnaman shot back.
You deliberately and irrevocably jumped up onto the public stage. If the agency hadn't pulled back from you, it could have suffered the same fate.
Beside me, Selene stirred.
Gregory had nothing to do with that,
she said quietly.
All of it was because...
The reasons in history are irrelevant. I cut her off. I knew where she was going, and she was not going to throw herself on this particular grenade, even if it would do us any good, which I was pretty sure it wouldn't. What is relevant is that it was a moral decision. We're in it together. And as you say, it's irrevocable. Kinnaman's eyes narrowed a little more. On the other hand, I continued, just because it's on the Commonwealth's official record doesn't mean anyone will actually remember it for very long. I'd make you a small wager that you could mention our names on the street or even in the lofty heights of academia, and 99 out of 100 wouldn't have a clue as to who we were. I looked at Graham Barker again.